Every time one of the girls Carter messed around with showed up at my door, I would say the exact same thing. Answer 3 questions for me. Get them right, and I'll sign the divorce papers. You can have the title of Mrs. Sterling. Get them wrong, and you disappear. Or, I make you disappear. They all thought they were the exception. But not a single one of them had ever gotten all 3 questions right. Until Carter personally brought that young girl and sat her down right in front of me. The girl squinted at me with a smug smile. Hi. He doesn't love you. Why don't you just beat it? I really don't want to get my hands dirty fighting an old woman. I rested my chin on my hand and asked her the same 3 questions as always. She answered fast, and she got them wrong just as fast. But when my assistant, Maya, stepped forward to escort her out, I smiled and nodded. Congratulations. I slipped off my platinum wedding ring and slid it across the table. As of today, I'm stepping down. Carter was standing just 2 steps behind her. A half-burned cigarette was pinched between his fingers. His brows furrowed slightly. He looked as if he hadn't expected the words "stepping down" to actually come out of my mouth. I got them right? The girl's smile was still plastered on her face, her brain failing to process what was happening. I shook my head. You got every single one wrong. She blinked. Her eyes were bright, but filled with insolence. Didn't you say I had to get them right for you to leave? Wait, is it because? Her hand slowly drifted down, resting over her flat stomach. You know you can't compete with me anymore? My gaze followed her movement, landing on her flat belly. Last winter, I found a photo on Carter's phone. In the neon-lit VIP room of a private club, a young girl was leaning heavily on his shoulder. He had explained it away easily. She's just a business partner's daughter. We had a drink. Then, he had pinned me against the sofa. Evelyn, you are the only Mrs. Sterling I will ever have in this lifetime. The others? They're just toys. I would never let them carry my child. You don't have to worry about that, okay? Another empty promise, as expected. The platinum band scraped against my knuckle, feeling uncomfortably tight. I had worn it for 7 years. It had left a deep, pale indentation in my skin. I placed the ring on the glass table. Haley glanced at the ring, her lips curling upward. Are you really taking it off? Look, if you don't want to give him up, don't. Making such a dramatic scene is just embarrassing. Carter lowered his hand, letting the cigarette ash fall onto the dark hardwood floor. Are you done throwing your tantrum? He asked, his voice laced with impatience. I stood up, grabbed my coat from the back of the chair, and walked right past him. Evelyn, Carter called out. I stopped. He walked up behind me, spun me around by the shoulder, and gripped my chin with his thumb and forefinger. He wasn't looking at his wife. He was looking at a subordinate who had suddenly stopped obeying orders. The door is right there. Walking out is easy, he said, his voice dropping. But walking back in is hard. Think carefully. I looked down at his hand. His fingers were long and well-defined, his skin warm. I had held this hand for 7 years. I had been terrified of letting it go. From the